start our Hangout on air so that it says that we're on air. Are you ready?
We're ready. Good morning.
Good morning. So it's so good to see all of you this morning, and we are a school in Athens, Georgia. Who can say the name of our school nice and loud? Yes.
Barrow Elementary.
Right, and the full name is David C. Barrow Elementary, but we say Barrow Elementary in Athens, Georgia. And what grade are we in?
Second.
All right, second grade. So what about you? Where are you from? Here.
Woodhill Elementary. Good. North Carolina. What's our grade?
And you said third grade?
Kindergarten.
Oh, kindergarten. Oh, goodness. Kindergarten. So kindergarten in Woodhill Elementary. So they're in North Carolina. It's kind of near.
Where the game was.
Yeah, it's kind of near Charlotte. Is that right?
Yes, we're very near Charlotte.
Right. But it's called Gastonia. Is that right?
Gastonia, North Carolina.
So when we disconnect, we'll look at a map and see exactly where that is, since we didn't have time to do that at the beginning. Now, Ms. Crook, do you want to take turns reading pages of the dot, or do you want me to just read it? How do you want to do it?
I'll let you read if that's okay, Andy.
Yeah, that sounds great. Do you have the book there to show the pictures?
Well, it's checked out.
All right.
Andy, I have my class on the screen and not yours. You know what I'm doing in Google Hangout that we see you large, but we see us?
Usually when you are speaking, your picture comes up the biggest on the screen. So right now, do you see me switching? Is it switching for you to me?
It's not.
Can you click on, so you should see both of us down in the corner. Can you click on me to make my picture big?
I see profile.
No? Okay.
And ignore and mute.
Huh. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know, because usually in a Hangout, it usually like it's doing that for us. When you speak, it switches big on the screen for us, and then when I speak, it's switching to me. So I'm not sure why it's doing that to you.
Okay, it says we're in a moderator call, but I'm not sure, Andy.
All right. But you can.
I don't want to look. All right, we're ready.
You want me just to go ahead?
Yeah,
all right. So we're going to read this wonderful book called The Dot by Peter Reynolds. Let's all raise our hand if we've read this story before. Even in North Carolina, if you've read this book before, raise your hand. I see some hands. I see lots of hands going up, but I also see some hands not up. So it's fun to read a book again, and it's even more fun to read it for the first time. So let's not ruin any of the surprises for any of our friends who are new to this story, and I'll do my best to kind of show the pictures on both sides. Okay? So this is The Dot by Peter Reynolds. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm, she said. Very funny. said Vashti. I just can't draw. Her teacher smiled. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. Vashti grabbed a marker and she gave the paper a good, strong jab. There. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, "Now sign it." Vashti thought for a moment. Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in swirly gold. I know, that's exactly, one of our students was saying, it's such a beautiful dot. That's really what that frame was saying, right? Is her teacher was kind of showing her, this dot is beautiful. I can make a better dot than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted a yellow dot, a green dot, a red dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow, and she discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting, lots of little dots in many different colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. See how she did that? Yeah, she painted all around the outside of the paper to make a big blank dot in the middle. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Look at all those dots. Isn't that amazing? So many ways to make a dot. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle, and then she said, "Please sign it." So what does it mean when we sign a piece of art? Yeah.
It means that you have drawn.
It's kind of your mark. It's saying, I drew this and I'm proud of it. So that was a big deal for him to stop at the end of the story and sign it. And so a big part of International Dot Day, we like to say that it's a day to make our mark. It's really a day to think about, what are the things that I can share with the world? What great ideas do I have? And we, of course, have fun making dots, but to me, Dot Day is much more than just making a dot on a piece of paper. It's about really taking a stand and saying, I have good ideas, and I'm going to share those ideas with the world. So today, we're going to get to do something really cool. We're going to get to create a dot with Ms. Crook's students in North Carolina. And we're going to be making a virtual dot. That means it lives on the internet. It's not a dot that we can hold in our hands. It's a dot that we can see and share on the computer. But we're going to be drawing on it at the exact same time because it uses Google Docs. And so they'll be drawing while we're drawing, and we'll see what they're drawing, and they'll see what we're drawing. And you know what? We may end up drawing on top of each other. Is that okay? Yeah, because we're working together to make something totally new that a lot of people haven't even tried this before. So we're going to see what works and what doesn't work and what we can create together. Okay. Ms. Crook, I heard you say that you're going to have kids go up to different stations. Is that right?
We have 3 computers that they can do at the same time.
Awesome.
Andy, would it be okay if I show your class what we got in the mail last week?
Absolutely.
I wrote a grant for first grade to do the global read aloud, and this is one of our copies of the dot that Peter sent, and he signed all of our books that we ordered from the Blue Bunny.
Oh, wow.
And this was a surprise inside of the box.
Oh, look at that. Do you see it down here in the corner?
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't the
That's beautiful.
A print. But I'm very excited about the dot that we're going to create.
Me too. So what I think we're going to do here is I'm going to mute my microphone so that we don't have a lot of noise, because I could imagine we're going to get really excited about this. And then maybe I'll unmute in a little bit and check in with you. Does that sound okay?
That sounds great.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead. Yeah. see what's going on. All right. So, Ms. Crook, we are having so much fun here in Athens. I hope you're having fun there too. We're getting close to being ready to moving on to our next activity, which is making augmented reality dots. So is there anything else your class wanted to say before we disconnect in the Hangout? We can keep working on the dot, absolutely.
Happy Dot Day!
All right, can we
Happy birthday!
Let's say happy dot day to them. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday!
All right.
Happy
So
birthday!
we can't wait to see what else happens on the dot. So thanks for connecting with us.
Thanks for connecting with us.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy birthday!